We're going back to chat quick. Everybody is visible.
All right.
So everybody is good to go.
Yep.
All right. So everybody who's in the chat, minimize it and say bye.
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 I want more Cheez-Its.
Now, with that said, I do want to give a quick shout out to Anubis Hades, Hambalus, Merriman Games, Distorted.net, Ezekiel the Third, and HJ Tenshi. Thank you all for being the new embraced, the new subs. You are all wonderful people, and for all of the other followers, thank you so much. Tonight is kind of a crazy night where I can't really respond to much. So, K-Drac, thanks for vicariously greeting them on my behalf.
Yes.
Thanks, K-Drac.
I also want to give a small announcement about the bot. All of you may have or may have not noticed, but the 5 of you have had your classes updated in the bot to your disciplines.
Ooh.
So you guys
I'm okay with that.
I'm going back. I gotta check this out.
Yeah, you can. So all of your archer, assassin, thief, elementalist, and swordmaster. Regarding that,
will they change? Does their disciplines change?
The discipline code is not implemented yet, but when the discipline code gets put in, you 5 will be my first beta testers.
Yeah.
And I am thinking about opening up all the beta testing to all of the embraced.
Nom, I did not say that.
Yeah.
And I will be quite blunt, each one of you will have your own kingdoms in it and such. Anyway, moving on.
Yes.
Oh shoot.
Soup.
I should do this quick because I'm sorry, this is busy work, I know. The Sour Kool-Aid show.
So
Their community is, what is their community?
We're shooting the Sour Kool-Aid show.
No, I'm setting their community quick. I forgot to do this.
Oh yeah.
No. What's their community name? Joy would know this, maybe.
Oh yeah, it's the
council.
Yeah,
No.
the council, the system, the. Oh,
Okay,
damn
and
it,
what?
tell me.
And we'll just call them drunk.
Yeah.
Would drunk be a good descriptor for them?
Fishy
drunk
might be a
council?
good one.
No, like drunk warrior, drunk swordmaster, drunk this, drunk that.
I like
It is-
tipsy better.
Okay, tipsy. Well, I can always ask Dan. What would be an adjective that your community would wear with pride?
So they are the council, and they're gonna be what?
The dead fish water.
Fishy, tipsy, drunk.
Okay.
The Senate.
He'll get that question in a second as I move us back in.
Load with the chat.
We are now back. Close the chat.
All right.
Okay.
The night goes uneventful, which is as good as possible, with the exception of every night, everybody has basically come into the fact that they are cuddling together
As far
as a
my
way of
character
retaining heat.
cuddles with Bashi.
As a way of
Strongest.
retaining heat, as well as sort of you're used to living in clusters.
I would like to make note that I'm always the big spoon.
I'm going to go with tipsy for now.
I'm always the jetpack.
I am
So-
going to go. All right.
Oh, can we do recovery stuff overnight?
If you have damage, you may roll your recovery test when you wake up.
Are you kidding me? Okay.
You did. You recovered.
Well, you got one heal.
Yeah, I got one left. We'll get that sometime.
All right. Hold on. I got to do one thing. All right. Now, the next day, as you proceed and go through your normal bit, roll hunting if it's applicable. Hunting or your half magic.
Shell hunt. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
You killed all of the things.
I killed the
Extraordinary
thing that you killed.
success. Glyph manages to acquire 4 servings of food today.
Nice.
4 rations worth of food. And You managed to get enough food for your dog.
Whoop. So he goes out, he grabs something and eats it on the way back and comes back with nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um,
But that's one less half food thing you don't have to use on him.
appreciate it. Speaking of which, I need to. We never split up the stuff we got the 4 weeks.
Well, if you want, you could just have one person hold it all and just keep track of it.
Vashi holds it all.
I was about to say I took 6 of them.
Okay. So there was 28 to begin with, 4 times 7 for 4 weeks, right? 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
So 28. You took 6, so 22 left.
I
Yes.
had 4 that I just put in. Are we doing that?
Okay, if you want, yeah.
But are they windling size is the thing.
Well, that's
a good point. Am I hunting windling sized or normal sized things?
You are hunting things that you can bring back. So a big haul for you is a rabbit kind of thing.
So
Oh,
you
no.
Strong.
keep track of your own windling stuff. Then I would say.
Yep.
Okay, so I have 22 rations, subtracting from the 1 ration I already had, and 7 dog rations. Okay, so if you guys need rations, I have 22.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. You have 23 now. I'm giving you my other ration.
Okay.
If you want, we can just assume it's 3 full rations, and the windlings take up almost half a ration each, and your dog takes up the other half. So we could say 4 rations down a day.
Okay.
That makes it easy.
Yeah.
Now, with that said, the day goes fine until about midday. You start noticing something large in the distance along this path. As you're going along the plains, looking, you'll notice, number one, that the grass is starting to become more consistent and prevalent. And you have finally started moving much more away from the poison forest. It is much more in the distance. There's another forest that seems to be off to the west as well. As you're proceeding further, down to the south, you see what seems to be maybe a village. But you would assume this is not the Jarris they were talking about because it's much too small for that.
Do we assume that there's going to be any issues if we just walk into the village when we were talking to our friends? Like, are we going to be something that scares people?
Outsiders and such are definitely cautious, and they did advise you, from your memory, to be much more careful than you were with them.
Sure.
Vashi.
And with that said, they also said to be very cautious about where you flaunt your personal coins.
Sure.
The only other thing that comes to mind is what was mentioned as the ritual of greeting, which you never got a full explanation of.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
All right. Do we want to?
You would guess it's about an eighth of a day away.
Can we reload a
Travel.
save so we can find out what the ritual is?
F7.
Yeah. Hold on. No.
I'd choose my sword and throw it again.
Can we kill ourselves and go back to the last bonfire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll lose our humanity.
So,
All right. You
Are we
can go
visiting the
ahead and try that.
I'm not going to try that.
Micah first. Come here.
Earth darts.
Earth darts.
He tosses his hand forward, but they go backwards.
Yeah.
Anyway. It's magic. Now,
So is it just cropped up on alongside of the road? So if we follow the road, we have to go through the village?
at the glance, it looks like the road goes beside the village, and that's only based off of what the mile marker or the markers seem to do. Looks like the road goes right beside it. Your only guess is that this is one of the cities that's along the trade route.
I don't mind stopping by, but I don't think maybe just keep walking along the path until we come pretty close to it, and then make a decision then when we have more info.
Yeah.
Okay. As you start approaching in the direction of the city, coming into view, you can see a handful of second-story buildings in there. They seem to be rather large and prominent, And the wall that's there to protect it is a little bit odd because you'd expect them to be large and grandiose, but it looks like it's not even a story tall. You start approaching this town closer, and you can see that the entrance to the town is along the east side of the town, which is facing the road. It is on the side of the road. Outside of the front entrance, you're now getting pretty close. You can see what seems to be a weird, odd box or something that you can step into on the ground that seems to be wide. And outside the gates, you see no one, and they are closed. However, they are only 6 feet tall.
All right, party, do we want to go traumatize the villagers?
I don't really think there's anything we need there, is there?
I think that'd take a lot of time.
Just a note, it is approaching the time when you would start making camp.
Go see
we
if they
can
have
stay
an
at
inn.
Yeah, let's go see if they have some place we can sleep. I'm tired of sleeping
we don't have a
outside.
tent.
Vashi runs away from the role-playing opportunities.
Now, as you start approaching the city, the gates do crack open. Out of the gates comes 2 humans. You see them, and both of which seem much larger than the previous humans you've met. And they stand there and start observing, but they stand there almost lazily, watching you approach.
Hail them and first impression.
As you approach, how do you do your first impression?
I want to try and I don't know if I can use my entertainer skill or not. I want to my streetwise. I want to use my streetwise and try and be as familiar to them as possible, like be on their level.
Yeah, that's not going to work for that.
Yeah,
how are you reading them as a first impression is what I mean.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hail them and we'll do my typical bow.
Can I talk to them too? I want to talk to them too.
Oh God, no.
Okay, so as
Yep.
Vashi performs his bow, Zephyr, how do you perform your greeting?
I come up and say, hello, friends, hello. Do you have a place where you can stay? We're actually really tired. We were walking for a really long time, and we need a place to stay. Is that okay? Can I roll my first impression?
You don't sound tired.
Both of you can roll it at the same time. I do need a definition of when you say I come up to them. Flying or walking?
Walking.
All right. What boots are you wearing, or what are you wearing on your boots?
Hopefully my new things.
Are you wearing your new outfit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Roll your tests.
Stop copying me.
You stop copying me.
Nope.
Both of which seem unfazed, but not at all negatively impressed. So you haven't done any damage to the bridges, you believe. They both look at you, scrutinizing both of you as you walk up, and what you see between the two of them seems to be that they look very alike, potentially even related.
Oh, God, no.
Both of them seem in their middle-aged time. The one that's larger his muscles are very defined, good tan, blue eyes, and unkempt blonde hair that it frames a very wide-jawed face. Despite that, though, it looks slightly boyish. He's wearing peasant clothes underneath that seem to be falling apart around his muscles, but that doesn't change the fact that he's wearing a half chainmail, half leather armor. On his side, you see a battle axe taller than he is, and on his back, you see a sword that's almost as tall as that. The other one, however, he's much more lean, good tan, and he is seemingly the opposite. He's very well groomed. All of his clothes seem to have very good style, and despite the fact that both of their armors look kind of piecemeal in the way that they're put together, his clothes seem to match it in a way that almost makes it look prepared. They both look at you, and while the thinner, I'll say the agile one and the big one. The agile one hikes a thumb over towards the large, what seems to be a small fence that's about a foot off of the ground, leading into a large square. And inside here, you see what seems to be a dead campfire. And the big one says, "Hey, guys, go into that square for me, will you? There's a bench there."
Why?
Maybe it's the greeting thing.
I don't think so.
I want to say, well, we were actually looking for. We're very tired from the road, and we were wondering if we could get some lodging. Would it be okay to do that first?
He grins slightly. I see. You see him grip his axe slightly more. So we're just asking you into the square over there. Now, note, the fence is so tall that the windlings can just duck under it, or even almost climb over it, and you can just step over it. It's not something that would hold you in.
All right.
It's a very
Go
short.
in the square.
It's probably about 2 vashis by 2 vashis.
I don't like the square.
I'm just gonna listen to. I'm gonna go in the square. I don't want to.
No one seems to have any panic on their face. I'm assuming from our group, so we'll just.
What do they
I
look?
kind of don't like that.
What's the expression on their faces as Glyph goes into the square?
With the agile one is very scrutinizing and determined. The larger one is trying to be serious, but you can almost see him almost trying to hold back a smile. A friendly smile, not a conniving smile.
Okay. There. I'm not gonna say it. I'm going to go into the square as well.
Is there anyone who is not going in the square? All right, all of you go into the square. Do you stand or sit on the bench provided?
Well, I'm little, so I probably just sit on the ground.
All right,
I've been
as all of
walking-
you sit,
I've been walking all day. I'm sitting.
the one with the axe looks over, nods, and the agile one looks up. Friend or foe, I'd like to see your proof.
Oh, okay. Lythala, play me some music. I'm gonna dance for him.
No.
Okay, both of you roll your artisans.
Oh, thank God.
Jesus.
Oh,
You start doing aerial acrobatics without your wings. Meanwhile, Lythala, you play a song that is not your best, to the point that both of them seem to be keeping more of a judging eye on you than the impressedness of the windling next to you.
You played Marietta Little Lamb.
Despite that, the larger one kind of gives a sly wink towards you, Zephyr, and motions you outside of the square.
Just.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Lythala, after you're done with the performance, the agile one starts stroking his well-kept goatee. So,
I want to chime in real quick.
nervous.
just a little, yes.
Okay.
I look over at her and say, you know what? I apologize. Sometimes she gets very nervous without my accompaniment. We actually do this together normally. And I want to roll my artisan check when you can.
Okay, go ahead. What do you do?
Entertainer.
All right. So while she's playing, you're going to sing along?
Yeah. Lythala, I'm sorry. I should have taken my cue properly. Here, let's do it from the top as we normally rehearse.
Okay. That provides Lythala no need to re-roll. Provides you. Vashi, the fate of the two of you is rolling on a 6. Lythala, the scrutiny is now moved from you and over to Vashi. Eventually, though, he nods Vashi over. And at one point when you at least think you're done, he holds a finger up. Continue, please. And then he looks over to the final windling in there.
I'm Zephyr's friend, so if I could go with her. Right, Zephyr? Right?
Oh yeah, he's my bestest friend.
He raises an eyebrow.
Oh, come on, Glyph. You know this song. Come on, chime in with me. I'm having a little issue today. It seems like the throat, the pipes are a little rusty.
You can dance with me if you want to. I've been teaching him to dance. He's, well, heavy, but he tries really hard.
Okay, I'll dance along.
What's your artisan skill again?
It's wood carving.
No.
Oh, quick, whittle something. Whittle like the wind.
Wait. There's a picnic.